Good morning, pregame crew. It is Monday, August 16th, 8:25 a.m. Eastern, 6:25 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm Chart Gal Lori. We'll get started in approximately 5 minutes. Audio visual check, please. Good morning, Tammy, Blue Dog, Damon. Hi, SS Warrior. I think you're new. Hey, Don, Sabani. Awesome. Yo, yo. Hey, Wave Trader. Ronnie, Cindy, John, Night Truck, Curtis, Jason, Kyle, Roger, Dana, welcome. Hey, Tom, Jorge. Perfect. Awesome. Yep, we're a little red overnight. We had some Fed speak, and Fed speak just means that we had Bullard, Rosenberg. Let me go find the names. We had 3 Fed speakers basically saying from the Federal Reserve Board that they may start tapering sooner. I think their Jackson Hole meeting is this week, and we're going to get little blurbs like that. And all it does is explain what we already see on the chart and we're expecting on the chart, some type of healthy consolidation, and it just attaches a reason to that healthy consolidation. So if the Fed stop their printers in September and they start slowing down their printing and their buying of all of these papers behind the scenes, then they're not propping up the economy. And a lot of people on CNBC are saying our inflation is going so high, we're at 5.4% for the year. Jobs are running hot, everything's running hot, and they need to cool things off. So the taper tantrum is their buzzwords, but the tapering could start sooner than expected. They were thinking December or next year, and now they moved that up to September. And that's the reason assigned to the overnight pullback. We don't need to know any of that. That's the fun part of technical analysis. You don't need to know a darn thing about economics to trade this stuff. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. Let me move my microphone a little bit closer. So I have 50 and 200 simple moving average, 8 and 21 EMA. Yellow candles are inside bars, my RSI, and I use the TTM squeeze, and I'm going to get rid of all of that. You want me to do a Q&A? I can do that, Night Truck. We'll see if there's demand for that. Hey, Cbro, Johnny, Bobby, Chris, Blue Dog. If you've met me via, and I say met me in quotation marks, over the interwebs, if you've met me in Slack or you've tuned into any YouTube show, I'm pretty passionate about helping traders, only because my journey was rocky. Like most traders, I lost money, my tuition was high, and I want to prevent other traders from paying that hefty tuition. So I'm pretty committed and passionate about teaching others how to trade and how to at least soften their journey a little bit. Can't take away all the pain, but just help them with steps to be as consistently profitable trader. And yesterday, if you missed it and you don't know what Night Truck is talking about, Dan did a live Q&A yesterday on his trading journey, and it was just amazing. I was actually in Phoenix. I flew to Phoenix for the weekend, and I was in the rental car listening on my phone to the YouTube. It was just amazing. And I got nuggets, and that's what I shared with my husband actually yesterday. It is so cool to always be able to learn in this profession, and that's why it drew me, is because you can always learn. Okay, it's not, before any of y'all start fussing, I'm not talking about charts yet. We're not going to start for 1 more minute, so it's not time. But I learned something every day in trading. And in my prior profession, I had a book to learn in nephrology coding and billing and management, and there's only so much to learn. It's capped. And I just love that it's just infinite learning in trading. You're going to be looking for a leap call on Tilray? Okay. All right, let's get started. It's 6:30. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We have an online community where we chat and we huddle every day with 1,000 of my closest friends, and we talk about chart setups that we see. We trade live. We have crypto. We have marijuana channels. We don't give out marijuana, but We have a marijuana channel where we discuss cannabis and mushrooms and those type of related stocks. Just anything you're interested in trading, we got a channel for it. So let's get started with the pregame show. I go over the Fab Four futures, commodities, cryptos, mover and shaker of the morning. Crypto was amazing last night. I did not take a trade, and that's okay. I haven't mentioned JOMO in a while. FOMO. Everyone knows about FOMO in trading. JOMO is an even more important muscle that you need to learn to flex. JOMO, joy of missing out. I am not going to catch every move. I was just looking at Link USD this morning. You're not going to catch every move. Look at this. Amazing. Great moves in crypto. I didn't catch it, and that's okay. I have the joy of missing out. I know these type of runs I will catch here and there, and I know I can nail it. Oh, Jason, you were going to give me a code, by the way. Forgot to tell you. These type of moves, I just wave at it. I just practice my pageant wave, and I smile and wave, joy of missing out. And that fear of missing out when you jump into something too soon is important to keep that in check and keep your JOMO in check. It's okay that I missed out. I promise you I will nail something today. Not every trade. I won't nail every trade. That's not what trading is about. It's about probabilities and consistency. But I will nail something today, and it will just totally fix any JOMO or FOMO that I experienced yesterday. All right, going back to ES. So ES, we have an hourly downtrend. If you get confused in trading, if you say, what the heck is going on with this chart? And you need to back up. You know those pictures that you stare at and you have to kind of back away to see the image? In charting, same thing, back away. Always zoom out. If you don't have clarity, zoom out again. If you don't have clarity with that, zoom out again. So I would say the 4 hour is the clearest. Let me delete that. Use this path function, which is pretty cool. So we have higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and we're attempting to establish a higher low here. And why do I even use the word attempting? It's because of that lower wick of bulls buying the dip. Now on any bounce, I'm expecting a lower high. So we have a small resistance here at 4456 and then 446325. I would be looking to short any bounce in the 4456 area. So if I'm not looking at the ES chart, or I get a call from my mother today or my son and I get distracted, it's okay. I have an alert. Look short. Doesn't mean I'm going to take a short in that area, but if you use alerts, it will change your trading. You can't just be flitting around, oh, look, a squirrel, and just ADHD jumping from chart to chart and forcing trades. You need ideal setups to get ideal results. I'll say that again. You need ideal setups to get ideal results. In order for that to happen, you need alerts. Otherwise, I don't know how people... I know we can write notes and stuff, but you're going to be missing opportunity after opportunity, or you're going to be taking entries that are not ideal. So with ES, we're looking for a 4 hour lower high, and the new support on the hourly, we have a level here at 4441, but we haven't quite pivoted out of that yet. So your next support is 4430. So of our Fab Four futures, guess who's the weakest? You guessed it, IWM. I think I'm going to have to get myself a t-shirt or something, IWM Bear or RTY Shorter or something like that. I don't know. We have this rising wedge on the daily. We've been talking about ad nauseum. I know you are sick of me talking about it. We have this potential weekly bear flag. It looked like we had bounced high enough. We could set a higher low compared to 2100. However, I am positioned short. I go over it every single day, and I am still positioned short. And I will most likely cover shorts. My shorts this morning, our hourly RSI got oversold overnight. We're getting a little dead cat bounce here. 4 hour RSI is approaching oversold. We're right at 30. So if I cover, I'll tell you what I have. I have 25 puts. So if I have 25 puts, and I believe I have the 225s on IWM. So 225 puts, I have 25 of them. So I hope, if you don't know what options is, 225 is the strike price. I have 225 puts, and this week is monthly OPEX. Options expire on the monthlies this Friday, which means we could have volatility this week leading up to monthly OPEX. If you're a newer trader, do you need to know any more details about this? Nope. Just forget that I said it. Okay. If you're an options trader, you need to know that this is monthly OPEX. So I have 25 puts, and I will cover, on a bounce into these hourly EMAs, I will cover approximately, let's just say 10 of them. 10 of 20. I like to do about a third, but then I like to keep it rounded to another increment, but having to keep things even, that's an issue between me and my therapist. But I will be covering partial on any bounce in RTY. We are weak on any bounce. We're looking for a 4-hour lower high. So RTY is the weakest, then YM, then ES, then NASDAQ. NASDAQ's holding up a little bit better. And we can see that. So we're on the 4-hour now. So just take a mental image right now of where price is relative to the EMAs. Actually, ES is a little bit stronger than NASDAQ. You see how weak RTY is, and YM's a little stronger, NASDAQ a little stronger, and ES is the strongest on the 4-hour. So sorry, I got those two out of order. So on NASDAQ, your next support, 15055. Your next resistance, we have a small resistance here at 15119 from the hourly, and then 15130. YM, 4-hour, looks like we got a little bear flag that's confirming here. You have resistance up at 35375, 35519, support 35255. I did not look at, I saw BA had news, just came in on Alaska Airlines. Okay, so if BA is weak, YM on any bounce, that makes sense that this 4-hour bear flag would be like, would confirm. So on BA, I think Alaska Airlines is exercising their option to get 12 planes, but 12 planes, I guess, is bupkis in the world of Boeing. Hourly is approaching oversold on Boeing. Okay, I'm not saying there's a trade there. I was just making that connection between one of YM's largest holdings. So RTY resistance, 2214, 2216. I would love to cover at open and then reposition around 22220 or 22222. That's a lot of twos. Gold. I kept telling y'all last week I couldn't get a read on the chart because this seemed like something mechanical. So in technical analysis, we have our buys and our sells. Everything is technical. And we have these volume nodes. You'll see people that have, let me draw it. Actually, I could show you why even. So you have people that use this to trade. So we have these volume nodes or this volume profile. And all market is, think about it like a sonar thing. It's just going and it's searching out liquidity. Wherever liquidity is, it's finding it. And that's where these big nodes are, where liquidity is. Well, when we find no liquidity, we just slip through these supports. And that's what happened over here. This was a mechanical break. Someone got forced, and I did read this, like 4 billion or something like that of gold contracts. So when we open Sunday night, you have a different requirement in overnight margins than you do in regular trading hours, and they got liquidated. And that liquidation for me, it messed up this chart. And so it has been an amazing bull bounce. If you got part of it, God bless you. You're a better trader than me. I didn't get any part of this because this broke the chart for me. It wasn't following normal technicals. It was something outside of the technical world where someone got over leveraged, and basically they broke the chart for me. So resistance 1784 and then 1804. I can tell you if price were to keep bouncing to 1804 area, that is a Mars level. What does that mean? That means you can see it from Mars. It's so clear level to potentially short. Doesn't mean price will pause there. And I would look for price to pause, get a lower, higher high, higher low, lower high, roll over, then short it, and use that as my stop. Oil's getting the you know what beat out of it. Your next support is down at 65.15. So we have a clear hourly downtrend. Hourly RSI is getting beat up. And if you don't listen to this crazy lady every morning and you don't do what I say, that's fine. Do you, boo. But please listen to this. On oil, it can get way more extended to the downside, then you can remain solvent. It can go a lot farther than other names. Your commodity names can get really extended. So your typical hourly oversold bounce trades that you're looking for, or beat up RSI, do not work as well on nat gas and oil. I have the scars to prove it if you would like to see them. So just kidding. So 30-minute RSI is getting beat up. You have resistance at 68.14, and then that key support is 65.15. And that 65.15, y'all remember that level. We were buying that bounce on that weekly EQ test. So we bought that right there at $65. One of my better trades last week. So now we're coming back down into that area. If we keep beating on this level and absorbing the buyers there, if the buyers keep stepping up at $65 and buying, they're going to run out of buying power, and that's when you fall through. All right, beat oil to death. So here's your promo code for 25% off your first TCG monthly membership, where you join the community and you see all of these great traders trade and you can trade alongside them. Here's our code, and it's only available to 2 new members, 2 activations. The code is PREP, P-R-E-P, like preppy. That's your code, P-R-E-P, for 25% off your first month's membership of TCG. All right, let's get to business on crypto. Bitcoin is not performing as well as the alts. So alt meaning altcoins, they've been shining. So Bitcoin is taking a breather. You have resistance up at 47724, 48076, support 47010, and then below that 46804. So I'm trying to see what the clearest. We were looking for this daily bull flag, and then we double topped here at 48149, 48076. It's not over. And some of you may have joined me last week when I was buying MSTR down here at 720, and then I sold some on Friday, and we are not over Friday's high. So this chart is a laggard to Bitcoin, meaning there could be a bull trade in MSTR, but I'm not going to have this as a Queen of the Mountain setup anymore. I told y'all Friday it's a dangerous name, and I get concerned about bringing it up because of liquidity. So if you like to play low liquidity and take advantage of that as an experienced trader, then by all means you may have a laggard play here to Bitcoin, but I won't be bringing it up as Queen of the Mountain anymore. So we double topped here at 47743, 47724 on that hourly, and now we're pulling back. Bulls would love to see a hold of 47010 and get a little tighter. Ethereum, same thing. We got a little EQ that could shape up. We have enough room for a higher low compared to 3250. Resistance 3311, 3314. Bank of America, yay. So I know some of you took this short with me last Thursday. I got messages in the chat room. Lori, why are you shorting BAC? That's not like you. When you have this strong bull, because I tell y'all, I don't like to get beat up. I don't like going to the biggest bully on the playground and punching them in the mouth, and that's what Bank of America was. However, 42.19, this level here, 42.19, to me it was a double top of 42.10. And we're not in all-time high territory on Bank of America like we are with XLF, GS. Those are all in all-time high territory, blue sky breakout. I'm not going to go short those. But you give me a level to short like 42.10 and I will. So we barely got over it twice with no follow through, and then boom, we got that follow through to the downside. I traded it short Thursday, Friday, and I swung puts. And if you are a TCG member, you know that I was bold and put it all in the room. So hopefully you got a piece of that as well. And we were right. It doesn't mean we were going to be right, but we happen to be right today. We got a gap down open. I am loaded in Bank of America puts. I will sell them on a flush down and then look to reposition a portion of them on a pop. But I'm going to zoom out and be careful here. This could be a daily bull flag. We did have a little elevated volume on Friday, but I'm not going to get too cocky with this. Our EMA is at 40.87, so be cautious where we are now. This could have been our big move that we were waiting for. 41.80, a bounce up to that area. You could look to possibly short again, and then you're wrong around 41.85. BNTX, daily inside bar, so I'm going to flip between these two right now. So we have daily inside bars on mRNA and BNTX. So now let's go to the hourly. I want to show you a difference that you can take advantage of in trading. You see this EQ on the hourly with BNTX? You see it? All right, now look at mRNA. It broke bearish. It's already broken bearish. So BNTX, you could position yourself bearishly to take advantage of that correlation and short the 380 area if it were to bounce up into that, because they're so closely correlated. mRNA has already broken bearish in the pre-market. This daily inside, we have multiple daily inside bars, and from the hourly sideways action, it broke bearish, and BNTX has not yet. NIO. So Dan is posting in the room that he is looking for a potential gap down buy on NIO. And if you are over eager beaver to buy this NIO gap down, remind yourself of the mRNA chart last week. That gap down for buying did not work, and a lot of people got burned. So 38.66 is the level to hold. They had bad news. One of their cars, a passenger died in it, self-driving, and now China is opening up, looking into, 39.76. Yeah, we have it. Okay, that one's already filled. Never mind. So China is opening up, looking into NIO. So it has a bearish gap down open on news, and Tesla has similar news about an autopilot. Somebody's opening up an investigation against them. So this gap down could get some traction. Your hourly RSI is at 19, but your daily RSI is not oversold. When we open, of course, it'll be much lower, but we may not be oversold. 4-hour RSI is down at 22. So 38.66 is that key support for a potential oversold bounce on NEO, and then we don't have another support until 33.56. So caution on that, but it could be an opportunity. NVDA, I like this chart overall. They have earnings. Oh, they just changed it to the 18th because this morning it said the 16th, but on Earnings Whisper, it was Wednesday. This Wednesday, after hours, they have earnings. So we may get a little pop into earnings, but NVDA needs the market to be going up in order for it to go up. They're closely correlated because NVDA is heavily weighted in ETFs. So I like NVDA to the long side if the market can get a bounce going. This is a very constructive chart where we fix things. The bulls got their hard hats on and their hammers, and they started rebuilding the structure of this chart. So on a pull back into 200, the $200 area could be a dip buy opportunity. This chart overall looks strong. Ping had a $6 million offering. So on any bounce, I would be looking to short Ping. So that doesn't mean these trade ideas are going to work. If I bat 60% in here with my calls and my setups and my ideas, they're just ideas, and these ideas may never set up. So if they do set up and you take the trade, if I'm batting 60%, that's good. And we are batting a little bit higher. I've been tracking it here, but I just want you to remember that not every trade setup I give you is going to work. So don't say, oh, this is a Queen of the Mountain setup, so I'm going to go heavier. Do not position size according to your trading plan, because guess what? It's your money. It ain't my money. So make sure you are managing risk according to your trading plan. And if you don't have a trading plan, get one. If you don't have a risk management plan, get one. All right, so Ping, $6 million offering. Dan will be live in 11 minutes, TCG members. PLTR, this is a gorgeous squeeze and tightening range. Beautiful. So I know that this broke bear here, but this was after hours, so I'm not counting it. This is a very tight range. When you get these wedges, these triangles, equilibriums, tightening patterns, whatever you want to call it, and it starts going sideways, and then we got pressure building, this could be a good trade today. Now, we had this in Roku. If y'all remember, we had it in Roku Friday, and it broke to the downside. A squeeze does not mean long. A squeeze just means pressure. So this could break to the downside or to the upside. $25 is that key resistance. And then I would say $24.68. That would be the line in the sand. Well, let's call it $25.02 on the upside and $24.68. The longer this can chop within that range, the better. Build that pressure. And if it could get super tight, then you can buy a break. Typically, I want to position myself within an EQ. That way I don't get stopped out on these little fake breaks. But if it could get super tight, you could potentially buy a break. Sono. Okay. Sono is not heavily weighted in an ETF. This is one of my favorite charts. I had it in our swing report channel with our team that I loved it for a potential trade for the swing report. We had this squeeze, we broke bull, earnings are out of the way, but then Friday they got good news after hours. There's some lawsuit against them, they won a lawsuit, and then it popped. Well, now it's pulling back. So I like Sono to the long side on this pullback. And guess what? On this one, I don't need the market to be going in my direction for this to work. How do I know that? ETFDB. ETFDB. On ETFDB, Sono is not part of any ETFs, which means it's a money badger. It can do its own thing. The two are not tightly coordinated. So you have the market here. Here's Mr. Market Man, and here's Mr. Sono Man. They are not connected at the hip because Sono is not part of any ETF. It literally can do its own thing. That doesn't mean it'll be bull today, but the market could go down and Sono could go up. Now, if the Dow is pulling back 500 points, I don't know that Sono is going to have a good day. I'm not saying it's an absolute. However, it can do its own thing. I like Sono to the long side. Tesla. Tesla with bad news. Y'all know I talked to y'all about this daily chart. I talked to y'all about this weekly squeeze. We're still squeezing RSI above 50. But the bulls have not brought the volume for this bull break, and we're getting upper wicks on the weekly. I like this chart to the long side. Dan had commented this morning, we're looking for that monthly lower high. I am still not bearish on Tesla, even with this news this morning. So 697, 699 is that key support, 699, and then down at 696.85. But with the bearish news, this becomes a more difficult trade. Resistance 715 and 716.72. Bears will be looking to position themselves on any bounce in this area. XLF, we had the all-time high last week. Beautiful chart. It's just been running really hard, and everybody needs a breather. We finished Friday with a bearish engulfing candle. And on any bounce, you could look to short 38.65, above 38.70. You're wrong. QQQ, 36725 is your key support, then 36708, then 36654. Resistance 36811, then 36889. SPY, let's look at it on the hourly. Support is at, in pre-market, 44384, then 44266. Let me say it again. Actually, this will help you. 44384, it'll show 44384, then down at 44266. I'm a potential buyer of SPY down at 44266. So what do? Set an alert. Look to bottom fish. Doesn't mean I'm going to bottom fish, but I will look to bottom fish and I'll look at market internals. Final word. On market internals last week, I told y'all I was getting conflicting messages. Well, after studying this weekend, I will show you what happened. IWM, let me get some blank space over here to write. IWM has 2,000 companies. SPY has 500 companies within. Dow has 30 companies within. So with that, if IWM is bearish relative to the other two, then we're going to have more decliners on the ADD. So on tick cumulative, are they buying more on the uptick than they're selling on the downtick? And ADD, advancers versus decliners, IWM represents a lot larger, many more companies in quantity. So advancers, decliners was not working for me last week, yet SPY was doing its own thing. Why? Because IWM was bearish and it represents a larger portion of the market quantity-wise. So I went over that real fast. I hope that makes sense. XRP, USDT, Okay. Beautiful chart, potential bull flag on the daily. For the first 15-minute, they're not even letting it get to 15-minute oversold. So right now you got a nice little 15-minute EQ on XRP. UPST, this chart has been a raging bull. They crushed earnings. However, this RSI is at 83 on the daily. In a blue sky breakout, it's not as important, but a breather would make sense. So it's been running hard, running. If it comes back to the bench and wipes its brow and takes a little breath, doesn't mean game over for bulls. It could be just healthy consolidation and look for a potential bull flag. My Twitter handle is ChartGalLori. Okay, you missed the code again. PREP. PREP. Lamb. Jason, can you open up one more code for Lamb Ching, please? Sorry if I said your last name wrong. Okay, BTBT, and then I'm done. Okay, BTBT. We're looking for a bullish move with this weekend's crypto bull move. Nice tight EQ. Support 1315, 1289. Resistance 1494 and 1620. Nice inside bars getting real tight. Nice bullish move. So you could possibly look at buying a pull back to the $14.10, $14 area on this name. Nice bull move in pre-market with the crypto bull morning. All right, that's it for me. All right, TCGers, I'll see you in the room in 4 minutes. Dan will go live. Pre-gamers, I'll see you tomorrow. Bring a friend. Hit that like button. I'm ChartGalLori. Thank you for joining me.